Hello to everyone watching. Welcome to the Humble Sound Tech channel. So in this video, we just want to move straight into what is happening on our stage mixing console. So I want to start with, you can see I have everything labeled the same thing. So everything, when I just go to the events, then you just load the setup and then start working from that point. I'll start with the routing. So for my inputs, remember you are receiving inputs, 48 inputs from our stage boxes. So normally what I do is I use the user in. User in is a way to customize the way you pick your inputs. So as you can see that I can the user in customization allows me to pick inputs from any source that I want. So I can have one picking from AES50A and I can have another picking from maybe local 8, right? This as opposed to using the bands of 8 where you can't really switch around. The only switching you can do is switching the bands to get switching the band, but you can't switch the individual channels that make up the band. But with the user in, it gives you the opportunity to customize your input flow. Right. So I'm picking 32 channels from the 48 that has been sent. See, so I have the option, even though I have only 32 channels, I have the option to, let's say, pick channel one, let the input source, let the source of channel one be maybe AES50, let's say 48, AES50, 48, right? I have that flexibility to work with. I can say I want input one to be AES50, 48. You get so anything that is coming through anything that is coming through this channel, which is our 48th channel in this unit, will come in will come in on channel one. So that's the flexibility that user customization allows you. So before that, you didn't have flexibility, but now you do. So I'm picking channel one, channel two, channel three, channel four, up to 32. And then with my AES out, that is the what I'm sending out of the AES port. The first thing I want to point out, I'm sending 48 channels out of the AES50B port to my Behringer wing. So this is what determines what goes to the Behringer wing. This portion determines what goes to the Behringer wing. So AES50, the out of AES50, right, is the out of AES50A port. The out of AES50A port. Okay, so I want you to notice something that the out of AES50B port is speaking from AES50A, right? So whatever is coming on AES50A port, whatever is coming on this port is being sent also out of this port. Good. So that's what is happening. And then looking at the output of the AES50 port, that is whatever that is being sent out of the AES50A port, you can see that from my channel 1 to channel 6, my channel 1 out to channel 16 out of the AS50B port is picking from the out of, is going on the out of AS50A to AS5016, AS50A16. And then we see then now that my AS50A17 to 24 is picking from user out 1724, which I have assigned to be picking from whatever it is that is coming on AES50B, right? So what is happening is I'm sending certain signals on here, right? So whatever signal, remember that the AES50A port is a two-way street. So you can send and can also receive simultaneously. So what is going out of what is going out of AES50A port to the output, right? 17 to channel 24 of that band of output, which is assigned to by default to these eight outputs, is coming from this board. You get it? It's coming from this board. So what I have actually done is I'm dedicating all the output on the L16 to whatever it is that it will be a main speaker. I'm talking about the front of house speakers themselves. If there's an overflow, a speaker has to be placed outside. They'll all be here. So that's what I'm dedicating this eight outputs for. And then these outputs will be used for wedges and for in-ears and things like that. Unless probably I need more, then I can come here and customize these ones to behave as these ones are behaving. But for now, these are dedicated to main speakers and these are dedicated to stage speakers. So my side fields and everything will be picked from here, and then my main speakers will pick from here. So that's what is happening. Good. So going back to it, now. Still on the routing, like I said, everything is in the routing. So if your routing is correct, whatever, you can have signals coming very easy. It's easy to work if your routing is correct. Good. So now let's go to my P16s. So this is how my P16s are set up. I have overheads left, overheads right, kick left, kick right. So normally when you have a lot of elements, you may have to be grouping some of this on one channel. But since I have I have the luxury of just apportioning each channel like this, I do it like that. But most often than not, or no, not most often than not, sometimes when your elements are a lot and they can't fit on a 16 channel P16, you have to group, maybe you have to group drums on one channel. You may have to group certain elements as one on another channel using your buses. So for example, the BVs that are going into the P16, they are an aggregation of the BVs on the bus. This one. So I'm routing this one to the P16. So all BVs are here and they are being routed to the P16 for the band. Also, the lead mics all are aggregated here and sent to the P16. And then, so you see, that's how the routing is going to be based on, and then I can also set up I can also set up, I'll be setting up my bus out here to determine which output, where each output to be picking from. So basically that is what we have for the routing. I'm not doing any, I'll not be doing any multi-tracking from this end, so I don't touch this one. But if I were to touch it, it's just going to be user in because that's where the inputs are coming from. Good. So now you can see everything is set up straightforward. I have everything here, everything that I want to be represented on this mixer board is represented, the pads, the piano, the BVs. Now I want to show you how the bus is set up. So I have my BV monitor. So this is what will be going to the wedges. The wedges will be picking from mix bus 1. The lead monitor will pick from mix bus 2. These two mix buses are going to the P16, so they're not really going anywhere apart from the P16. I have my drum bar set up here too. I have my vocal bar set up here too. I have my lead mic bar set up here too. Right. So it's the same concept with what we see here. Now I try to make sure that whatever I have on or whatever console I'm working, if I'm using two consoles, they all are similar. That way moving from one console to another does not confuse you. Right. So you can see that I have drums first, I have bass second, I have piano third. So I know when I come here that my first 8 is drums. The same thing as we have on our wing. Right. So I will not be using so much of effects. If I use any effects, I'm going to use a reverb because of the side fills. Right, because of the side fill. And I have my side fill set up. So the side fills are set up on the matrix and they will be pulling from the main L and LR, the main left and right. Right. But any other thing we pulling from mixed buses. Basically, the point is to be as simple as possible. The point is to make sure that the stage is as comfortable as possible, the stage is as clear as possible. If your stage members are okay, if your band is okay, if your singers are okay, they can hear themselves well, they are not stressing, the sound being given to them is okay, you from the front of house are going to get a good signal, right? You're going to get a good signal. But if the stage is not good, you're not going to get you're likely not going to get a good signal at front of house. So you have to make sure that you take care of your stage, take care of the people on your stage. They are the people who will determine whether or not you have a successful program. So you have to really take care of them. Your first priority is to make sure that the stage is okay. Monitors are working, in-ear monitors are working, everybody is comfortable. Then now you can think of your front of house. Right. And that's another reason why I'm going with this particular setup. So I can have all the processing power within this mixing console dedicated to stage. Right. So that is something that I think you have to look out for your stage. Make sure that your stage is comfortable. It's something that you cannot stress enough. Your stage has to be comfortable. Your singers on stage have to be comfortable. Your band has to be comfortable. Right. So this what and the same thing on my LNR. I'll be placing I'll be using stereo EQ, a graphic EQ on it to tune the speakers and to eliminate feedback. There is likely to be also graphic EQ on this, my lead monitors and then my BV monitors also for just feedback elimination. Basically that is it. It's very simple, very straight to the point, no confusion. You know what you're about. Right. So this is what is happening here. You can see I've set up everything in relation to how channels and buses and mains interact. So I just go and unload it, right? And then we'll start working from that point. So this is what we have for our stage monitoring console. In the next video, we'll just go to how our stream is set up. Remember that keep learning, keep upgrading yourself, keep reading. That's what that's the best way to improve yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.